You're live on TikTok?
So
Okay, well, you're live on YouTube. And I'm recording.
You're recording me.
All right, okay. Well, I'm Black Crypto. Welcome to Bitcoin 2021 right here in Miami, Florida. I mean, this is the event of the century and you should definitely be here. If you want to know anything about Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, what's happening in your city or anywhere around the world, what's happening globally in terms of regulations, in terms of cryptocurrencies, you should be here. So stick around because I'm going to talk to a few people. I'm going to show you exactly what's happening right here in this convention since you're not here. So stick around. What are you doing here in Bitcoin 21? Come over here.
It's Courtney. We came this weekend just to interact with all the Bitcoiners we had been hearing on podcasts and yeah, basically just have a good time here in Miami.
Do you guys own any Bitcoin yet?
Oh yeah.
You own Bitcoin?
Yeah, definitely.
Want to tell us how many Bitcoin you own? No. All right. So in terms of being here, in terms of Bitcoin now, is Bitcoin the only thing that you have? Do you have any other cryptocurrencies?
Currently, we're both just Bitcoin.
Just Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that actually. Have you been looking at any other cryptocurrencies? Because you know, in terms of Bitcoin 21, this is about exposing us to Bitcoin, but also to the whole entire ecosystem of cryptocurrencies to get us, you know, definitely more comfortable with it.
Yeah, I mean, we're always looking at all of it, you know, checking it all out.
What about you?
I'm a Bitcoin only.
You're Bitcoin only?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
believe
you're
in
Bitcoin maximus.
Yes.
All right.
Maximus.
Hey,
Yep.
another one. Do you have any prediction in terms of Bitcoin in terms of the end of the year?
Pump it up.
Yeah,
Hopefully it
just
goes
want to get
up.
those numbers
No?
up, but
They don't want to tell us.
Yeah.
100,000, 200,000, a million? No?
I say 80,000.
80,000? That's a good one. That's a good one. What about you?
I think if
80?
we get to like 80 to 100 by the end of the year.
You know what? I'm thinking the same thing. I was saying around 75
Yeah.
to 100. I was
Yeah.
thinking the same thing. Do you think it's going to bottom to about 20?
No, I don't see a 20 bottom anymore.
No?
No.
Straight up.
I don't know. I always told him it might go down, back down to 13, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I think maybe this might be the bottom.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see. All right. Well, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm James.
I'm Courtney.
All right. And I'm Black Crypto. All right. So tell me, what brings you to Bitcoin 2021 right here in Miami, Florida?
So we've been trading crypto for over a year, and then I also do stock stuff and crypto stuff online on TikTok and Twitter and YouTube.
Okay, so you show trading and all that kind of stuff on your TikTok?
Yeah, so trading, I give advice, I do one-on-one coaching.
Okay.
I'll give actionable trade ideas.
Okay, so which
News, all that kind of stuff. Say that
outside of
again.
Bitcoin, what are you most bullish on in terms of cryptocurrencies?
Well, I think Cardano is probably my favorite altcoin.
You know what? Okay, I got to hit up your TikTok for sure. Okay, definitely. That's one of the things I'm
Stock
big
tips.
on. Okay.
I also have a membership program where I
Okay.
give actionable trade ideas for people too.
Okay.
For like $5.50 a week.
So what's one tip that you can give everybody out there on YouTube right now?
I think the tip would be to take your emotion out of it.
That's a very good advice. I mean, I always take the emotion out of it. I always tell people, you know, hold your coins. When you see a big bloodbath or when it dips down, don't sell off. You understand?
Yeah, I mean, that is 100% dependent on everyone's financial situation and everyone's different.
Right.
So I don't tell people to hold or sell. They have to make that decision on their own.
Okay, all right. Well, tell everybody where they can actually find you on TikTok.
Okay, so my TikTok is @bigstocktips.com, and then Brianna Martin is my YouTube and Twitter.
Okay, so we definitely got to check her all out, and she gives some really good advice, as you can see, in terms of Cardano especially, so you definitely have to check her out.
That's right.
All right, thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you as well. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm Black Crypto. What's your name?
Yes, Melissa.
Melissa?
Yes.
Where you from?
Toronto, Canada.
Toronto, Canada. We have a lot of
Yeah.
people from Canada actually here today.
I'm sorry?
We actually have a lot of people from Canada
Yes,
here
yes,
today.
definitely.
So what
Yeah.
brought you down here to Bitcoin 2021?
To be here amongst like-minded people, you know, to learn more about, you know, Bitcoin and investors, and just here to have a vacation and have a great time.
So when did you get started in Bitcoin?
When? Wow, almost a year now.
Almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year pretty much, yeah.
What got you started in Bitcoin? I
What
should
got
say
me
then?
started? My friend told me about it, yeah. And then I just started doing my own research and stuff like that.
So is your friend a Bitcoin millionaire? You can tell us.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, overnight millionaire.
Overnight millionaire? Are you an overnight millionaire yet?
Almost.
Almost there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So what do you think about Bitcoin in terms of, for the next year, where do you think we're going to go with it in terms of price of Bitcoin?
Oh my God, it's predicted to be like 300,000 or
Yeah.
so, yeah. Went to
Think
the
we're gonna-
moon,
You
as
think we're
you
going to go
say.
300,000 by the end of the year?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Hey, that's a very bold prediction right there.
course.
All right, and I know that
Yeah.
means your portfolio is going to be looking really good, right?
Of course, yes.
All right, so it's time for us to go inside and check out some of the exhibitors that's inside there. I'm excited to see who's inside there. For instance, Bitpay. I always bring you some videos about Bitpay, and I'm excited to actually go and talk to them and to see if some other companies are actually inside there. Maybe BitGo, maybe Nexo. There's a few other really great companies inside there, so let's go ahead and check them out. Okay, so here we are right now inside of the convention center for the Bitcoin 21, and it is crazy. I mean, there is so many people here. I cannot hardly hear my own voice right now. Let's go ahead and take a look around. All right, so right now I think I see a company that I really want to talk to. Of course, Bitpay. I really love. So let's go ahead and talk to them. What you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Really, really, really good. So, love Bitpay. Big customer of there.
You already have our app?
Of course, I have you guys app.
How about the card?
A card? I definitely have the card.
Yeah.
Actually, matter of fact,
We gotta give him a jersey.
No doubt, man.
I have my card right here.
Yeah.
I have my card right here. All
What
right.
size you wear, man?
Large.
Large.
Actually, a large. So, what is your name?
My name is Bill Zolke, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Bitpay.
Okay. All right. So tell us, in terms of Bitpay, what can we expect in terms of new customers? What can they expect from Bitpay? Of course, I know, but I want to tell everybody out there.
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, they can expect the world's safest, the most secure, non-custodial crypto wallet. That's a place where they can store all their crypto: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum. It's a place where they're in control of their own keys. Those 12 words, private keys, your coins. You've heard the adage before. On top of that, they can expect to be able to spend their crypto using Bitpay's prepaid MasterCard. They can very easily take the crypto that's safely stored in their wallet, they can load it to the Bitpay card. That happens with no conversion fee. They can go spend anywhere MasterCard's accepted. This is all brought to you by a company that's the world's oldest and the largest cryptocurrency processor in the world. This month, we're actually celebrating our birthday. It's 10 years in business.
Very good.
So it's a really special moment for us. And as the world's largest cryptocurrency processor, what we do is help merchants like Microsoft, AT&T, most recently WeWork, Camping World, accept crypto as a form of payment on their website. In doing so, we're bringing blockchain to some of the biggest brands on Main Street. We believe long term everything's going to decentralize. That helps merchants process payments way more efficiently, lets consumers be able to spend with a digital asset that's meant for e-commerce.
Well, I think that's something that's very important, especially for consumers to have a very good platform that they can use, especially when it comes to merchants. Because whether you're a person that wants to start your own business, you should definitely learn how can you start accepting crypto as a very good reason, right? And another way, if you're a consumer, how can you actually go and use your crypto and shop with it? That's one of the reasons why I got the actual, card before when it was a
We appreciate that.
now it's a MasterCard, and I love it. I started off as a Bitcoin miner, and I got all that crypto. And I was like, what can I do with it? How can I cash it out? And I said, you know what? A great way to do that is if they have some kind of card. And a lot of people need to know that this card exists, need to know that your company exists, and that you're a very reputable company. And that's one of the reasons why I stand by it, and one of the reasons why I use it as well. And I'm excited for a lot of things that's probably going to be coming out in the future.
That's absolutely right, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate those comments.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, take care.
Thank you. Okay, so let's see what happens now. They said, let me spin the wheel. Now, this is the Bitpay wheel. I don't know if I'm going to win something, but let's go ahead and try. All right? I got this. Okay. I've always watched Wheel of Fortune and all of those other games. I don't know. Let's see. Big money, big money, big money. Let's see what we got. 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 Oh, hat. Hey, I love hats. Let's go. Got the hat. Yep. Oh man. Okay, so the big question right now is what do you do about your taxes right now? Because you need an easy way to file them. And that's a good way to do that. Right here with this software company called cryptotrader.tax. We're going to actually talk to them a little bit about it because I'm sure you're actually curious about that. How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Real good. Black Crypto right here. And I want to talk to you a little bit about actual taxes when it comes to cryptocurrencies because a lot of people want to know how do they file their taxes, or what software company do they go to TurboTax, or what do they do when it comes to filing their taxes?
Yeah, so it depends on what your transaction history looks like. So if you're using Coinbase and Binance and Gemini, right, quickly the tax tracking your capital gains and losses across your trades can get confusing. But really how it works is the exact same way that stocks work for tax purposes. If I buy $10,000 of Bitcoin, and then let's say a year later I sell it for $20,000, I have a $10,000 capital gain, right, from that appreciation, and that's income that you owe a percentage of tax on. So that income, adds to your total income for the year, and you owe a percentage on that. So the exact same way, if I bought $100 of Apple stock and it went up to $250 and I sold it, well, now I have a $150 capital gain. So it's the exact same way as cryptos as stocks.
Okay, so it's very similar to that. So in terms of Crypto Trader, what do you do, or how do you help us actually make that, I guess, simpler?
Yeah, so instead of having to do all the accounting yourself, we just integrate directly with the platforms you use, Coinbase, Binance, BlockFi. We pull in all your transaction history automatically. Once we have that data in the platform, then we can automatically generate how much did you gain, how much did you lose in US dollar terms, right? So then you can use that to figure out how much you actually pay in taxes.
Okay. Now, in terms of your software, is it only, in terms of US or in terms of global? How does that work? Or how does somebody on a different country?
So we focus primarily on the US. Most of our user base is in the US, but we also serve Australia, and we're rolling out to Canada and the UK in the coming months.
Okay, so then they'll have to worry, I guess, about the VAT and different things of that nature for them. It's pretty much
there's slight tweaks that we make to serve those countries, but it's pretty universal because it's just capital gains and income from crypto.
Okay, so that makes it very much easier for them.
Makes it easy to expand to, right?
Okay, well, thanks for taking the time actually.
Yeah,
and
no,
helping me out
thanks for
with that.
chatting. You have a good one.
Thank you, you too.
Take care. Cryptotrader.tax.
All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and meet somebody else right now. Come over here.
Hi there.
Hi, how you doing? Black Crypto.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. Introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you. I'm Sonia Kupwood, co-founder and vice president of Green Tech Energy, and basically we're a renewable energy development company based in Southern California.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about what you do.
Sure. So we specialize in developing vertical access wind turbines. We are very proud of our technology. It's a soy and pine-based composite material. It's 15 times stronger than steel, 10 times lighter than steel, and it's as light as a feather, and it starts generating power at only 2 miles an hour. We are going to change the way wind is delivered into the market. We have a phenomenal team of PhDs and scientists working very aggressively on this patent technology. And what we plan to do is offset the carbon footprint and sell our power, our clean, green wind energy to the utility companies and help reduce the carbon footprint. We're all excited about it.
This is very interesting because, a lot of people I know heard in the last couple of weeks about this energy thing, right? Especially with Elon Musk talking about Bitcoin and how it's not energy efficient to actually mine it. And I think this is something that we're going towards in terms of more renewable sources, right? And I think you're definitely doing something along that line. Now, one of the things that I'm very interested in, because I started as a Bitcoin miner.
Right. You said that.
And the thing about it is I had to stop because it just got too expensive. And of course, because of the energy costs and energy usage that I was doing in my place. And I'm thinking about doing something on a bigger scale. And I'm trying to find out what is the best way. Is it solar? And now you're telling me in terms of wind turbine, which I guess is the future, I was thinking.
Well, solar will still have its play, but wind is just an additional clean source of energy. But would you consider yourself an expert in Bitcoin mining?
I would.
Okay. Would you consider yourself an expert in your YouTube channel?
I would.
Okay. So I look at you as an expert. So if I want to team up with someone that knows what they're doing, you can get me there pretty darn quick because it's all what you do. In our world, in commercial construction, what we have is something called the design-build process. So we come together and work with a Bitcoin mining operation that wants to reduce their energy costs. Well, they're experts in mining. They don't know how to do that. So it's all about who they team with. So if they were to call us and say, hey, we have a Bitcoin mining operation, an existing one, and we want to reduce our carbon footprint and reduce our energy costs, call us. If there's a Bitcoin mining company out there that wants to upscale and just take it to their company to the next level, we can help them. Or if there's some person listening that just wants to open a commercial grade Bitcoin mining operation, but the fear of the power is going to be too great that they don't want to do it, have them call us. www.greentech.tek.io. This is our passion. Renewable energy is our passion. Energy consumption is our passion. Reducing the carbon footprint is our passion. And just so you know, real quick, when the Bitcoin mining equipment generates heat, we have technologies that captures the wasted heat in the boiler or chiller rooms of the building. It stores the wasted heat and converts it to energy. It's called a thermal energy storage system. then it brings it back to the building upon peak demand. So in the summertime, it's going to suck a lot of the stored energy. In the winter, it's not going to as much. So
That's very powerful.
yeah, it's very powerful. So that's just one technology out there. So
Well, in terms of mining, I think that's definitely the future, and I think we definitely need to find better ways to definitely mine when it comes to the energy cost,
Right.
and in terms of being more energy efficient. And I think everybody should definitely start taking a look at you and definitely the technology that you're doing when it
Right.
comes to this.
well, and the other thing too is, my mother sold real estate for 35 years, and she taught me the key thing about real estate is location, location, location. So what I would also challenge the listeners is that if you're going to want to be a player in the market, and energy is your number one capex, your capital expenditures on your operating, budget. Basically, you need to go into a state that sells their power at a reasonable rate, because that's just step one. Negotiating what that utility scale power requirement would be.
Right.
So.
Okay. All right. So thank you for definitely taking the time and
Sure.
explaining exactly what you guys do. I think that is definitely the future, especially when it comes to smart cities. That's another thing I'm very passionate about in terms of smart cities in the future. So thank you. I'm Black Crypto again.
Oh yeah, for sure, and thank you. Look
Thank
forward
you.
to seeing you again.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So right now we're actually here at Bitsoft, and we're going to talk to
Doug.
Doug.
D-O-U-G.
Okay, and we're going to talk about ATMs right now because you're probably excited about Bitcoin and you want to know how do you actually get some Bitcoins, right? But also tell us what you're doing here with Bitsoft.
Sure. So Bitstop's been around since 2014. We're the first Bitcoin ATM operator to put a Bitcoin ATM down in Florida. And what a Bitcoin ATM is basically is an easy way to buy Bitcoin with cash. So we serve the cash market. A lot of new users that maybe are having a hard time signing up on an exchange or they want to try it. These are found everywhere all over the United States. We're in 21 states right now, mostly in gas stations and convenience stores. And we really serve a market of people that need to be onboarded, but particularly live in a cash-based economy.
And that's what I tell people all the time. It's very easy and it's much easier to get Bitcoin than you actually believe. You don't only have to go online to actually get it. You can drive around, like you said, to a local gas station and just look for one.
That's
right.
right. You're probably missing it because it's not in your mind, but now that you watch this, you'll see they'll pop up everywhere at every gas station you walk into. Not even just particularly Bitstop, but there's over 20,000 Bitcoin ATMs in the world now. In 2014, there was maybe a couple hundred, right? The first one was put down in 2013. So yeah, now it's easy, but we're just getting there. So it's important to recognize that, right? It wasn't so easy to go up to a gas station to buy $20, $40, $60 of Bitcoin. And you should take advantage of that now that, the industry has grown to a point where it's convenient. You'd be hard pressed to find somewhere in the United States where you can't find a Bitcoin ATM within 3 to 5 miles of yourself.
Well, that's really powerful, like you just said, because a lot of people who come to me, they're like, listen, I can't afford one Bitcoin. I'm like, listen, man, you can only buy a piece of Bitcoin if you wanted to. Buy $20, like you say, or $10 at an ATM, right?
That's right. I mean, at Bitstop, one of my favorite articles that we've ever put out is you can buy less than one Bitcoin. Because people think it's like a silly question, but it's not. And when I first got into this space, I had the same kinds of questions. But it's new, so people get intimidated, they don't want to talk about it. But Bitcoins are divisible to 8 decimal places. So you can express any denomination in terms of fiat currency in it, right? $10, $5, even a penny. It's not really a viable thing to send 25 cents on the BTC network right now, but it's very easy to buy $10, $20, $100, $1,000 in our machines. You can come by. There's a tier that's for people to try out. It's $1,000 and less. Doesn't ask you for a blood sample, And if you want to keep buying and you want to buy more, increase your savings, start increasing your limits, we can do that. Just give us a little bit more information, and that's about it.
What do they require? If somebody comes and they want to just buy, $10 or $20, what do you require?
Just a phone number, and you fill out a form with your first name, last name, date of birth, and your address. And then, depending on your interactions with the system, if you come and you've been buying $20 for 5 months and you're up by like $5,000, we're probably going to get some more data from you, right? But if you're just wanting to try it for the first time, it's really, really easy. It's no different than sending a Western Union from Publix or any of the supermarkets anywhere in the United States. That kind of KYC basically, especially for the lower tiers.
Well, that sounds pretty standard to me.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, and then the last thing, is Bitcoin the only thing that they can get, or do you have other cryptocurrencies available?
So right now, it's only Bitcoin. We can support all cryptocurrencies. There's a reason why it's only Bitcoin right now. We've always found that the demographics that we serve are better served by keeping it simple. I'm not trying to have people come and see a casino for the first time or make errors. We have a customer service support line, and nowadays I do it less, but I used to answer a lot of those tickets because, as a business owner, you want to know what's going on with your business. And I can't tell you the amount of people that just have a hard time buying just Bitcoin. And the interface is simple. People come to this thing, they don't even have a Bitcoin wallet. So when you say, hey, here's 15 different cryptocurrencies that you know nothing about, it tends to get a little bit complex. In addition to that, many people buy Bitcoin and then they just go ahead and send it to Binance, to FTX US, any of these places where they want to trade for other crypto, because BTC really is like the reserve currency of cryptocurrency. Many trading pairs, if not all cryptocurrencies, trade against Bitcoin. Right, so if you get the real stuff, the source, you can go anywhere you want after that. Exactly.
Well, I definitely agree with that. So, in terms of what you guys doing, I've seen you guys all around. So that's why I definitely wanted to stop by and actually talk to you guys. And a lot of people always ask me questions in terms of how can I buy a small amount of Bitcoin. And this is the way that you can definitely do it, by going simply to an ATM. You can go, of course, to your friend and get some as well. You go to an online exchange, but what beats you doing it right here, right now, by going to, like I said, a convenience store or a gas station?
Don't be scared. I was intimidated with Bitcoin at first. Buy $10, buy $20. So what if you lose it? Come on, it's like $20 gets you a pack of gum and 2 bottles of water at a gas station.
Yeah.
Just
slip on to the ATM. You're always going to the ATM
You're
anyway.
gonna
You can
learn
pick
so
out your
much
pocket
about
change.
finance, about cryptocurrency. Just buying some. Using a wallet, you can come to the machine and download Model Wallet, which is our non-custodial wallet. It's no KYC. You hold the keys. It doesn't ask you for any information.
Oh, wow.
So you can get going right away and just buy Bitcoin.
Now that's something I haven't seen before, and that's really exciting.
Yeah. The non-custodial wallets is a whole space in the Bitcoin space that essentially are wallets where you're the only person that holds your coin. And because of their design, they're free and open source, and there's no one that can zap your money out. I wouldn't even know how much money you have in there. Nobody knows where you're sending it, etc. And this is the way it always was in the Bitcoin space. Obviously, sometimes it's a bit easier to use something like Coinbase because, if you lock yourself out of your Coinbase, you're going to reset your password. On these non-custodial wallets, you write down a set of words, but if you don't do that, you switch out your phone, you lose your phone,
Not your, they always say, not your keys, not your crypto,
That's right.
but that is still very powerful to do that.
That's right. It's with great power comes great responsibility. This stuff is awesome, and you want to use it how it's intended to be. And there's nothing wrong with trying Coinbase or whatever until you get your feet wet.
Exactly. So you heard it here, guys. Definitely check out Bitstop at a location near you. Thank you. I'm Black Crypto. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the Bitcoin Art Gallery. This is probably the most exciting part of this actual convention in terms of NFTs, and that's what everybody is actually talking about right now. So let's go ahead and check out some of the NFTs and some of the art on display right now. There's a lot of cool pieces actually all around here. Actually, I want to take a look at this right here. These are some really cool pieces right here. As you can see, of course, there's a little play on Anonymous and Satoshi. Now, this is exciting. You know who just got into the NFT market? Of course, Playboy. So I guess they're showing some of their stuff in terms of in terms of Playboy. And I'm sure you'll be able to get some of the Centerfolds in terms of NFT really soon. I'm sure they're going to be launching that. But this is really exciting. They actually have a display here and they're showing you how to get into the cryptocurrency market. So right now I'm right here with Celsius. I'm Black Crypto and
Ron Deutsch with the Celsius Network.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about Celsius, because I've been hearing a lot about Celsius in terms of people earning on their crypto, but I want to know from you exactly what it means.
Yeah, so we are a rewards generating, yield generating platform, and we basically serve the community of hodlers. So if you own crypto, if you don't want to sell it, you can put it on our platform, and you can choose one or two things. You can either earn yield on it, right? And we pay the yield basically in most jurisdictions, either in cell token or in the same crypto that you deposit. So if you transfer Bitcoin to us, you will get rewards or yield, effectively like interest in Bitcoin, ETH, etc. So it will be by the same crypto asset that you are transferring. And or if you want, you can take a loan against your crypto. So instead of selling it and getting a tax event, you can basically borrow against it and depending on the LTV, depending on how much you want to borrow relative to the assets that you're transferring, the interest rate will vary, and it goes as low as 1%. So if 25% LTV, meaning that if you have, one Bitcoin, you can take a quarter of the value in fiat as a loan, and you'll pay 1% APR.
Oh, that's really powerful.
Instead of selling it.
So what are some of the top coins that you actually take right now and actually give interest on?
So we support 45 assets on the website. In the app, you can go check it out. But it's really all the major crypto assets. We do our own analysis and then try to add as many as possible that are compliant from a regulatory standpoint. We're gonna add soon a few other coins that are very popular. We've been talking a lot about adding Cardano soon.
What about Dogecoin?
We have no Dogecoin.
No Dogecoin.
Nothing against it, but no Dogecoin. No, and also very important to mention stable coins.
Okay.
Right, so we support stable coins, and the interest or rewards you earn on stable coin is higher. Right now, it's between 8.5% and 10%. Sometimes even higher. We adjust it weekly, so it's APR paid weekly. We adjust it every week. Transparent. You can come and see it. If you don't like it, you don't like the interest, you can pull it out anytime you want.
Okay, that's really powerful. And I always tell everybody that you should hold your coins. All right, don't sell your coins when it dip down or anything like that.
Exactly.
It's always better to make money on your actual money.
Yeah, think of it this way, right? Let's say if you believe that, say, Bitcoin is going to continue to go up over the next year or two, right? The 4 or 5% interest you're going to get on it is really worth whatever appreciation. So it's really 15 or 20% interest.
Right.
Because
I always tell people
you get paid in Bitcoin if you choose that.
It's not the fiat value. I keep on telling people it's the interest on the Bitcoin itself.
Exactly. So the real reward could be much, much higher because if you're a believer, if you're a hodler, not only you get the appreciation of your own asset and it's working for you, you're earning in the same crypto asset you're depositing.
Okay, well that's really powerful. Well, thank you for actually taking the time and actually interview with it. Guys, go ahead and definitely check out Celsius. Make sure to start putting your coins on there and getting some interest.
Exactly.
Right? Thank you. This is absolutely crazy. There's just so many people that are just bumping into me. That's how many people are here at this actual conference. Matter of fact, you know what? Where have you ever seen that the male bathroom line is actually longer than the actual female line? This is absolutely crazy. So let's go ahead and try to talk to somebody on the line as they wait. How you doing? Want to talk to you for a second? So give me a prediction for Bitcoin by the end of the year.
120,000.
120,000?
Yeah.
I like him. It's cool.
Always being fingerprinted. Yeah. Thank you. And if you're with the government, I lost all my Bitcoin.
Oh, I lost all my Bitcoin too. All right, guys. Thank you. Okay, so there you have it. That's Bitcoin 2021. I tried to show you guys as much as I could actually show you guys. There's just way too much going on at this conference. As you see, it's inside, it's outside. They have their whole conference going on that I didn't even get a chance to show you guys. But thank you for actually checking out this channel. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. It helps me get my videos recommended out there to everybody. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.